another beautiful day at the river house, I guess. So we've been working. Most of this you've already seen. Well, not this part. And we've been pushing this trail through here. I don't want or need it any wider than that White Willie's Jeep. I had to brush that out so I could haul the brush over in that direction. And this was going to be the access trail. You know, what good is having a really nice, gentle, safe little river bend for a young man to catch frogs, and crayfish, and fish if he's got to walk 200 yards down Highway 200 and get himself, you know, hit by a truck. So I wanted a trail that ran all the way to the end and up. So all you have to do is cross the end of the driveway. And I wanted that trail wide enough to get the Willie's Jeep through, the work truck, and to run that black water line, which I want to, you know, do everything with. And in so doing, getting into here, I found out that this is actually quite a bit higher right in through here than the areas down over there. So we have, to some extent, changed where we're going to plant the fruit trees. I mean, that's all nice that we got that done and all, but we're going to plant the fruit trees right through here. So that's what we're working on today. I've got to get it done. I don't have time to mess with this crap anymore. So I've got to get it done. I got to pick a spot, and we're picking right through here. It's about 2, maybe 3 feet higher than down in there, maybe even 4, and I think that'll work nice. Also, it's much closer to the stream, so it won't be as big a deal for me to run the water line. This is as far as I've gotten it. There's a whole bunch of paper birch that has come down in here and made this a real nightmare. There's the stream, comes across right there, and then I gotta go all the way through under those cottonwoods to the sort of a pine barren area. But once I get through this mess, brushing that out will be fairly easy. And since I can't get the Jeep through the stream anyways, that can just be a footpath. So we're almost done. But today we need to come in here and do that. What do you think, Buster? I don't know that there's any paper birch down here that are still alive. But there's clearly a couple old dead ones that used to grow down here. Speaking of old dead ones, I got some pretty sketchy trees leaning over the highway. Like that one right there. Best I can tell, it's dead. And it's gonna hit the road. That one's dead, and it'll hit the road. So, there's a lot of weight leaning that direction. I brought the winch with me today, and I don't know, we might try to grab this dead one here and put a whole bunch of counter tension on them and see if I can hinge them backwards and drop them down in here. But I'm not sure yet. And then Shay found this. He's calling it a crow's nest, and since I don't know what else I would call it, it's pretty cool. I left it here just to show him. I banged it with a branch and it kind of fell, so I suppose there's no need to keep it. But I thought that was pretty cool.
I collected some paper birch.
Yeah, did you? Nice. So that's our goal. I'm going to start with some of those, which are also leaning in the wrong direction, but I think I can coax them to fall this way. And I'm going to clear this knoll out, cut everything down to the ground. I'll get some sunlight in here. I'll bring the death mower out, which has been a total champ. I expected to break it by now, but this has all been the death mower. So I take the big things down and I run through it. And, you know, she doesn't cut as well as she used to. The blade's a little messed up, but hey, score. That's already lasted longer than I ever expected. This is where we sit. It's about 1:30. Again, the death mower sure is running nice. Glad I built that thing. In fact, it might be time to show it a little love, like wheels that aren't falling off, and a blade that's somewhat sharp. Lots of stuff done. This is where I hope to plant the trees. It's right in through here. It's gonna be a bugger to get through the roots, at least in the beginning, but we'll get through them. Now we can really see those two dead cottonwoods. There might be some life in that back one, but this close one right here is dead all the way to the top. I don't know, maybe I can fall it this way. Unfortunately, I didn't bring the bar tool for the big saw. Something's gone wrong with this one. It must have been a rock or a clump of dirt or something. It's probably from plowing, right? So it's this whole area will get splattered with sand and gravel. Got into the crotch of some of those trees, but this thing's really dull right now, and it's got no horsepower. And I think it's because that screen air filter on the replacement carburetor is leaking so bad. The carburetor is actually starting to get a bunch of crap inside. So I'm gonna have to break down and buy a real steel replacement carburetor, not a carburetor, replacement air cleaner and mount. It shouldn't be too bad. And the big saw, because it's frickin' willows, kicked the saw chain off. So, because I'm an idiot and didn't bring the saw tool, I can't put the chain back on. I could have Danny bring it to me, but she'd never be able to find it because it's sitting on one of the benches. And we might be approaching done, although it's going to tick me off a little bit. I mean, I can fight this with a dull chain and low power. It's a little like pissing in the wind, but on the little stuff it doesn't matter that much. And he's just been going to town. So, yeah, I haven't gotten any closer to that water yet, but I'm going to plant the trees. Got to leave enough room in case they ever widen this road. But I'm going to plant the trees out in here. Yeah, I'm not sure our saws are going to run well enough to fight this much longer, but we'll do our best. Yeah. Man, the death mower looks nice. It just can't handle this big stuff, but it works great for getting rid of that little stuff. And I know that in the course of the summer, the stuff will try to grow back. So in fall, I'll mow all this again, and we should have it licked. Shouldn't come back after that. Should just be done. Quite the wall of crap through here. I feel a little bad because I know the neighbors can probably see it from their windows. I mean, it's not blocking their river view any, just because there was a wall of trees here before. It's just now they can see a pile of brush. I guess it's not that different. And again, I'm going to bring the backhoe. As soon as I get the backhoe down here, just crush, 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 crush. And it won't be so bad. I'll let it just molder away and animals can live in it and habitat and whatnot. Shay's idea was to fall some of these big cottonwoods on top of them. Crush it all down that way. It's not a bad idea. But yeah, that's gorgeous. That's where we stand. Looks like the weather might be closing in on us. The wind is really starting to pick up, and I don't want to be down here with the kid and these big trees with the wind. And I have a softball banquet dinner to attend, and we're gonna auction off one of our Galaxy wood tables just as a way to support them.
Dad, your dream was to get to the culvert today. You're to fulfill that dream.
Not if the saw's broken. There's nothing I can do. He's unhappy I'm not making it all the way to the culvert. He's chiding me for giving up, which he's not wrong. But I think we're still probably pretty done. Hey, thanks for watching.